This week in the Missouri Senate, we review a busy week for lawmakers.
Senate Bill number 698.
On Wednesday afternoon, Missouri senators discussed Senate Bills 698 and 639. Senator Elaine Gannon of DeSoto says this measure would modify provisions relating to Missouri HealthNet services for pregnant and postpartum women and comes from last year's Missouri Senate Interim Committee on Medicaid Accountability and Taxpayer Protection.
The protection of unborn human life and ensuring Missouri tax dollars are spent in accordance with the values of Missourians.
Senator Jill Schupp of Creve Coeur also sponsors this proposal.
We want to make sure the people who give birth have health care for a full year, not just the 60 days that we provide now.
Senate Bills 698 and 639 have been set aside for further consideration.
Senate Bill 678 be taken up for perfection.
Tuesday afternoon and evening were dedicated to Senate Bill 678. Sponsor, Senator Tony Luetkemeyer of Parkville, says this measure seeks to modify provisions relating to funding for the Kansas City Police Department.
Prevent future attempts by the City Council to defund the KCPD by raising the portion of Kansas City's budget that must be devoted to law enforcement from 20% to 26%.
During discussion on the floor of the Missouri Senate, Senator Lauren Arthur of Kansas City mentions her preference to see local control of the police department returned to Kansas City, much like St. Louis has seen in recent years.
There is the potential for more accountability if Kansas City were able to make decisions for its own police department.
Senate Bill 678 receives preliminary Missouri Senate approval. Another yes vote would send this legislation to the Missouri House of Representatives for similar consideration.
Senate Bill 649.
Monday afternoon and evening saw time spent on Senate Bill 649. Sponsor, Senator Bill Eigel of Weldon Springs, says his proposal would reduce the assessment percentage of personal property in St. Charles County.
Language to a bill that was passed out of this chamber unanimously towards the end of last session. Specifically, what it does is it slowly phases out personal property tax in a single county, St. Charles County.
During a discussion on this measure, Senator Doug Beck of St. Louis says he was involved in last year's version and part of why it is now exclusive to St. Charles County.
I received a ton of phone calls on this bill this summer, probably not as many as you, and contacts, and actually just as recently as Friday, somebody was contacting me about this particular bill.
Senate Bill 649 has been set aside for further consideration.
We've had some good conversations. Since this whole map thing has begun, it has kind of been a read and react situation for us.
Missouri Senate Majority Floor Leader Caleb Rowden of Columbia says despite the fact it has not been discussed on the floor of the Missouri Senate recently, Missouri senators have been meeting about redistricting for the past 3 weeks.
We took it offline and kind of brought the temperature down a little bit, and I'm the optimistic guy. I'd be surprised if we don't get something done.
Missouri Senate Minority Floor Leader John Rizzo of Kansas City adds, no matter what would have happened, any final map would have meant someone would have to give up something.
You got to make a lot of people happy, and it's a tough job, and I don't envy them having to do that, but at the same time, I don't know how you get to a place where everyone's okay.
Session will resume Monday.
That the Senate stand adjourned until Monday, March 7th.
And remember, you can follow these and other issues facing the Missouri Senate by visiting our website, senate.mo.gov. Reporting from the state capitol, I'm Dean Morgan.